Okay. Yeah, so sustainable dapat. Number 2, ang question doon, kung sustainable ang business mo, how do you scale it up? How do you scale up your business? Scalability of the business. 'Di ba? Yun yung importante. Pag nakakita kayo ng isang tindahan, 'di ba? 'Di ba nung mga bata tayo, mayroong tindahan sa kanto ng kalye, no? Normally ang pangalan niyan si Mang Pedro and so forth. Oo, naman. So, tawag doon, yung tindahan na yun, tawag doon, di ba yung tindahan na yun sustainable? Kasi for sure, yung tindahan na yun, like for example, nung nakatira ako sa Sampaloc, sa kanto, si Aling Pina, tawag to Aling Pina eh. Hanggang ngayon bukas yung tindahan niya, yung mga anak niya, yung nagtitinda doon. The problem, sustainable siya, but it cannot be scalable. Hindi mo na may scale yun, yun na yun. Papasa na lang generation to generation yun. Until such time, wala nang mga anak na gusto magpatuloy ng negosyo nyo. Wala nang mangyayari doon. So, hindi mo na may scale up yun. Right? But in terms of sustainability, yung mga kaibigan ko na anak ni Aling Pina was able to finish, nakagraduate, and so on and so forth. Right? But the business itself, it is what it is. Now, when you look into your business, kailangan mong tignan tong dalawa na to, sustainability and scalability. And then number 3 is, dapat, kailangan yung business mo is profitable. Right? So when I look at the business, kailangan 3 elements na to nandun. Right? Now let's ask ourselves, dito ba sa negosyo natin ngayon, nandun ba siya? We have to ask ourselves, nandun ba yung 3 bagay? Sustainability, when I talk to Starbright, leaders and advisors, it's very sustainable. Right? We've been in this business for several years. Lumipat ako dito sa Philab. Starbright SGA is already a sustainable business. But the question is, you have to ask yourself individually, how do I scale it up? Because if it's really sustainable on myself, okay ako dito, kumikita yan, and so I can buy all my wants and needs. But the question is, how do you bring it to the next level? Right? So, scalability yung problem. Now, it's not just on our company. Hindi lang sa kumpanya natin ito. Problema ng industriya. Okay? If you're an advisor, the next aspiration is for you to become a unit manager. Tama? Pag nag-unit manager ka, it's like multiplying yourself. It's like a franchise business. Yung 7-Eleven, I'll give you a realization on nakita ko. Alam niyo ba yung 7-Eleven? Okay? Almost 500 meters or 1 kilometer, may another 7-Eleven. Because of a simple reason that they have. A person living here will not walk 1 kilometer to buy for 7-Eleven. You have to be there. So, ibig sabihin, ang market demographics natin is massively changing. You have to be fast, you have to be quick, you have to be there when the client is there. Tama ba? But here's the challenge that we have. The first challenge that I would tell you is, do you know what's the formula of ideal advisor? Pag gusto mong makita yung isang tao na sasali sa negosyo mo and you want to tell them na ideal advisor, there is a formula for you to find out if that person would be an ideal advisor. The formula is 2 times 5 times 4 times 12. That's the formula for you to find out if the advisor is ideal. Why? Kasi yung 2 na yan, 2 kliyente, araw-araw sa 5 araw, 4 na linggo sa isang buwan, and then in 12 months. Lalabas dyan is around 4,800. 480. Hindi 4,000. 480. Now, sabi natin, sustainability, scalability. In Metro Manila, let's just assume that you're operating in Metro Manila that has a population of 10 million. Not impossible, di ba? Na may 10 million market. Pag kinuha mo yung percentage ng tinatap mo, pag ideal advisor ka, you're just around doing around 0.00008% of the market.
180 clients.
In 1 year. In 1 year yan, usap lang yan, ha? Tanong ko sa inyo, sinong advisor ang nakakadalawang kliyente every day? Maybe. A less percentage of our organization can do this. Correct. So if this na scenario, ibig sabihin, kumikita ka na, nakukuha mo na yung needs and wants mo, pero tip of the iceberg of the potential of the market. So in reality pala, kaya pala ganun, pag kumausap ka ng isang tao, scale is very important. Nakausap na yan most probably na other insurance company. Because you have to scale, you have to be fast, you have to be in front of your clients. But in reality, no matter how good you are, you cannot tap the market. Hindi lahat. Sayang eh. Diba? Sayang siya pag ginawa natin yun. So, it's sustainable. How do you scale it up? Well, let's say, if I do it on my own, I'll be earning 1,000 pesos. Pag ako. Pero pag kumuha ko ng ibang tao, 100 pesos lang. Ang kikitain ko sa kanya as an override. 20 sila. 2,000 pa rin eh. You multiply yourself. Ang transfer mo lang sa kanya is the system that you are good at. It's never been a competition because reality, pag di natin ito nakita as early as now, all of us will age. All of us will be, alam mo yun, parang in a comfort zone already. May existing client na. And you're missing the opportunity in the market.
Actually, iba yung gagawa.
Correct. Yeah. So, mangyayari na, when the time comes na nandun ka na sa peak ng sustainability mo, what's next? That's the reason why the next generation, the next thing that will happen, it's either you're going to shut down your business or you're gonna be, tigil na muna ako. So, okay na ako. Right? So, yan yung problema. Now, pupunta ako ngayon because all of us here are leaders. So, siyempre, sabihin natin, sige, magre-recruit ako. May point naman to. Right? Very simple for us to assess na, sige, recruitment. But here's my point. If you realize that this is something that we can do, my question here is, ito yung tanong ko dito. For example, Boss Roel, tanong ko, kung ikaw maggagawa ng manpower mo because of this realization in the next 5 years, what is your aspiration of manpower? Natingin mo, kahit hindi na ako magbenta, hindi na ako mag-usap, that percentage, kikitain ko or dodoblin ko yung kita ko because of my manpower. Tingin mo ba ilang tao in 5 years?
Minimum times 10.
Times 10 of your capacity. So in terms of number of advisors, mga ilang kaya? In 5 years. Aspiration. 50. Very important that we know where we want to go in 5 years. Now the question is, Boss Roel, if I will ask you, if you want to have 50, what do you think would be the 3 key things that we need to focus on so that this will be a reality? Medyo mabigat, boss, di ba? Hindi madali ito. Yung 50 na to, this is not hard. This is not easy.
Especially kung mapili ka. Kasi nga, yun na
Quality.
is modify your capacity. You do what you sound, not because you're good. Pero pili mo, katulad ko.
Kung paano ka nagsimula dati, kahit man lang gano'n.
Kasi, naisip ko kahit pagdating ko 300 yan, pero ang ayun, karamihan, wala din.
Okay. So, yun yung dadaanan natin. Now, I would like to give you a study in the industry. And then tignan natin kung ito ba is doable. Kasi imagine niyo I think, ito, ano naman to, kwentuhan naman tayo. I think we have a very good proposition in the market right now. Our ACS, our technology, and so forth. Yan. Okay.
Kasi may nagawa sa Hong Kong.
Correct. So maganda naman yung proposal natin eh. Ganda ng negosyo natin, so forth. But it seems like, hirap tayo eh. Di ba? Parang tinatanong natin sa nila, bakit gano'n? Right? Because we have to face the reality that we cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. Okay, di ba? Mahihirapan kayong gawin to alone. I'll give you a statistics that I got from the industry. Hindi lang kay Pilang, industry to. You know that a unit manager, ilan lang ang kaya niyang recruiting in a year? average na unit manager sa unit manager. In the industry, meron kasi sobrang hindi nagre-recruit, pero hindi mag-recruit. So on the average, I went into the average. Ang isang unit manager can do 6 recruiting a year. So mag-move forward ako doon sa goal ni Boss Royal, no? If you can see, 6 times 5 will give you 30 recruits. Now, I'll give you the reality of the business. Ang retention yan in the industry is 40%. Some have lower, some have higher, but the average is around 40%. So after 5 years, you'll be left by 12 people. So tingnan niyo, nangyayari ba sa inyo? Ganito ba yung nakikita niyo, yung follow-out rate? Ganyan. Dalawa pa yung mangyayari dyan. Mahahati pa sa dalawa yung 12 mo. Yung isa mababait, yung isa luli. Yung isa luli. Lulubog, lilitaw. Right? Sometimes nandyan, sometimes wala. Okay? Now, if this is the reality, what will happen to you is you will frustrate yourself. Diba? Sipin mo, 3 years, 5 years, paano ko scale up to? You will always go back to selling.
That's what's happening to a lot of leaders.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Diba? Frustrating ka yan eh. Right? Now, that's the number 1 problem. Number 2 problem is, industriya to not internal natin. Okay. Pangalawang problema natin, ang hierarchy natin, advisor, UM, at saka AM. This is the industry hierarchy. Tama? Okay, this is the industry hierarchy. Hanggang ngayon, yan pa rin naman ang hierarchy nila. Meron lang in between yan. This hierarchy was the reason why the industry and the companies was successful 10, 20, 30 years ago. But this will no longer work right now. Kasi, pipigilan nito yung scalability ng negosyo. Why? I'll give you an example. Real talk lang ha, this will be a real talk. Okay? May COT ka, unit manager ka. Bakit siya yung COT mo, sabi niya, mag-unit ako. Would you allow this person to be promoted? Pwede harangin.
Ako sasabihin ko, iba talaga, kanya-kanya.
Kanya-kanya.
Sabi lang sa everybody ko,
Correct. Pero boss, pag tinignan natin, on a business sense, talo ka eh. Di ba? Ngayon ang sasabihin mo, mali itong hierarchy na to. Ang mangyayari sa iyo, boss, tutulak mo yan, pero babalik ka sa saving. Kasi mangyayari sa iyo, isipin mo, hirap-hirap kumuha ng isang tao, tapos all of a sudden, mawawala sa akin. You're just gonna give me a time. Does it make sense, right? Ito pa yung pinakamatindi. Dahil sa nagtanong to, right? Ikaw rin, tatanungin mo ngayon si Ian. Kaya mag-i-agency na ako. Eh kung 3 ang unit manager mo sa agency mo, at ito yung pinakamalakas, sakit sa ulo mo to kasi Ian. Tama ba? And whenever there are people being promoted, reality is, nawawalan ng pera dito. So, babalik ako din sa 3. Sustainability, scalability. Hindi na ako maka-scale up nung walang pa ako ng profit. What will remain to you is sustainability.
I think that's my isang siguro dahil yan ang isang side na hindi ako masyadong sure kasi ito ang I have an advice. Tapos kasi inaalala niya, hindi ako yung leader pa that time. Pero ang sabi ko, mag-apply ako sa AIA, yung kasama sa package ko, kailangan ako sa gilid kita eh. Di ba? Ayaw ko naman pigilan ng pag-asenso mo. Hindi is na akong agency manager. Di ba? So, I mean, it is wrong on my side. Kasi dapat ito yung challenge to be that. Uy, kailangan ko din mag-up. I just rely on, sige, alis kayo, magbenta ako. Pero doon sinasabi mo, time will come, wala ka ng realize that we're running out of people.
Which is, alam mo, pinakamaganda sa nangyari sa atin is we were able to experience it. Di ba, ang dami natin magagaling. The age already, the heart and the mind still wants it. Pero, ano na eh, medyo, wala eh, wala na, mahina na, okay na ako sa ano ko.
Last week ito kayo gawin pag sa ila. Para marinig ka nila.
Oo, nila Miss Nina.
Or nakasama na.
Sorry, mahina talaga. Hindi ka na narinig, Roel.
Nagdagdag tayo ng mic.
So, now the good thing about this is we have a solution. We have a solution on how to do this. And siguro hindi naman I'm not looking at it na parang ano ba nangyari for the last 2 years during the pandemic. Nung nandun ako sa head office, highly involved in head office and all the projects that we're trying to do. While other companies looking for sales, tayo dumadapa yung sales natin past 2 years. But what we did on the past 2 years is we invested a lot on how are we going to turn around things so that when the time comes at normal na tayo, we are on the, kung ka nakakasa na tayo, paano natin gagawin?
2 steps ahead.
Oo. So, yun naman yung okay. Kasi right now, what we're experiencing right now, I'm sharing with you is, hindi lang tayo meron. Some other insurance company are saying that they're okay. They're not. You see AXA, the president of AXA, what happened? Resigned. President of Manulife, Richard Bates, resigned. Even the bank assurance of president of Manulife, president, resigned.
Actually, sinasabi ko sa part of nag-usap-usap kami sa board. No? And we know na lahat may pay. At naiingit pa sila sa atin. Sa lahat ng aspeto, products, and yung process. Pero that should not mean that we will be complacent.
Correct.
At wala tayong imperfections.
Correct. Magandang point yun. So, tawag dito is, if we have a good house, o kaya magandang coaching binuo natin, ang pinakamagandang gawin doon is, gamitin mo. Right? You have to ride a car, di ba? Huwag mong ingatan. Gamitin mo. Because it was really made for you to use it to go from point A to point B. Diba? If we created from Toyota Vios into a Mustang, kumatakot. Let's use it. That's the reason why we created it, for us to use it and learn from it. Diba? So how do we do this? Ito yung mga challenge hierarchy, yung UM capacity, and so forth. Now, the first thing that I'll be sharing with you, let's not change. Kasi pag sinabi kong, kailangan tayo lahat. Kasi 6, kailangan mag-10, mag-20 tayo. Hindi realistic yun. The research that I got is about 5 to 10 years capacity study of a unit manager in the industry. So, hindi ko pwedeng pilitin ang isang unit manager or sabihin dito right now to the organization na for us to do this, mag-recruit kayo ng 10. So, that will have 15 in 5 years. It's impossible. So we have to create a formula or a system to create a machinery of recruitment under your team. Diba? So ganito gagawin natin. I will just propose. Tignan nyo lang, baka pwede to. Again, I'm not imposing anything. I would just like to share you this one. Oo, diba? Gusto lang natin tignan to. To some, it's effective. I've seen how it works. Nakita ko paano gumana to from this industry and even other industry is using this already. Actually, this formula has been existing for several decades already. Na ngayon lang natin pwedeng gamitin sa industry, sa kumpanya natin. Okay, 1. Pag ikaw UM ka, mag-recruit ka lang ng 6. 6 lang. Every year. Behavior change itong gagawin natin. The difference is, di ba pag nag-recruit ka dati, sali ka sa akin, this is the product, this is the income, and so on and so forth. We always forgot to explain to them the whole value of the company. So makikita mo, di ba, ang career projection natin dati is from a recruit going towards MDRT. It's not wrong. It's good. Again, we have to create sustainability. But what we always forgot, when we talk to them, hindi nagtatapos din yung career mo. Pakita mo yung scalability ng negosyo mo. No one wants to be a seller for their whole life. Kasi alam naman nila darating yun. Diba? Parang gusto mo rin. Umakit ka din sa position and have an organization to transfer the system. So if you can see, if we would just add, dadagdag lang natin from learning the system, di ba? Sistema mo, lilipat mo sa kanya. Pag natutunan mo yan, then that's the time you look for people that you can multiply. So sa anim na recruit mo, kailangan mo lang mag-develop. Anim sila, kinausap mo. Yung isa, sige, gusto ko mag-leader. Now the pitch have changed. The pitch have changed in terms of recruitment. Alam yung magandang pitch ngayon? Right? Kasi nasabi mo ngayon, DJ, you want to join my team. My goal to you is kunin mo yung position ko. I want you to be like me. There's no sense for you to recruit a person na hindi na pwede umangat. I even right now tried a skill wherein I showed the unit manager people. You want that table, get it. It's for you. And I will help you how to do it.
Gusto mo ngayon camera. Para kita na rin nila. Para dalawang kita.
Naka-share pa rin yung ano.
Naka-share screen. Naka-share screen.
Okay. Yan. So,
okay talaga pala.
Oo.
Sige.
Sige. So, ibig sabihin, formula mo lang ito. Okay? Here's a good thing. Formula, hindi naman bago yan. Ginagamit namin. But this time, I just want you to push it to the next level when you do this. Why? Ito kasi magiging impact yan. And we have to be serious about making this person dual stream of income. Sustainability and scalability as early as possible. Okay, I'll share with you how. Bakit? Anong mangyayari dito? So kung itong isang taong to na-develop mo on the second year, ikaw magre-recruit ka ng 6, di ba? Siya magre-recruit din ng 6, right? Now the behavior will transfer to that person. Pag nag-recruit din siya, magde-develop din yan ng isang leader, di ba? And you also will keep on developing leader. So pagdating mo ng third year mo, 6, 6, 6, and then 6. Okay? In 5 years, dun sa formula natin kanina, sabi, magkakaroon ka ng 30 recruits. Pag ikaw lang mag-isa. Do you know that if you use this formula, in 5 years, how many advisors you can get? It's 185. Now, the question, anong formula yan, Orwen? Let me give you a proof point. That formula has been existing for decades. It's called binary system.
Parang networking.
Correct. Diba? Dati kasi sa networking, hindi natin ma-apply sa atin the binary system. Why? Because the hierarchy is controlling yung dalaw eh.
UFM lang agad. Kaya mabilis.
Correct.
So, mawawalan na.
Correct. Oo. Kaya hindi ka pwede. But right now, imagine a certain person who uses binary system right now in multi-level marketing can create 500 people in 1 year or 2 years. Hindi stable yung negosyo, ah. Isipin mo yung negosyo natin.
Ang ganda dito, may naki-system na parang kadalasan kasi nasa grupo tayo sa
Oo.
Hindi ka matatalo.
Walang talo eh.
Gagawin yun, di ba?
Kasi sinasabi na niya, hindi stable yung product, pwede mag-crash. Hindi mag-crash. Kailangan lang natin maitama yung mentality. Nung nare-recruit natin, tayo
Okay.
yung nag-recruit.
Behavior changing.
Oo.
I show you, ah. Papakita ko, duduktungan ko, ah. Ito yung ACS mo, di ba? Ganyan to, ah. Kunyari, advisor ako ngayon. My next level is UM. It's UM, then E. Di ba yung explain na sa inyo, nag-present na sa inyo ng ACS? Ang gulo, di ba? Gawin natin simple yung ACS. Let's create let's have an understanding of ACS ng simple na applicable sa negosyo natin. Okay? Okay. Pag advisor ka, di ba sabi natin sustainability and scalability. Ang kailangan ng advisor is to create the system. Anong system? Right now, one of the things that I observe in the industry, pagpasok ng advisor, Anong hinahanap ng advisor on the first month?
Yeah.
Sales.
Yeah, sales.
Alam mo ba, what I discovered is kapag ka pala advisor ka and you're looking for sales, obsolete ka na. Kung paano nangyari yun, yun nga ang negosyo namin. Right now, the battle on the ground is not looking for sale, but creating a market. Give you an example. Do you agree that the bank assurance people, the BSE, are better than agency?
No.
I don't agree. The only difference that they have
They
have the market. So just imagine, kung ang tinuturo natin sa advisor natin is how to create the market for them, wala kang problema sa activity. Wala kang problema sa productivity. Am I right? Because they have the market. Alam mo, makikita mo mismo yung advisor, ang galing mag-present. It's just that you don't have to present. Okay. So how do we teach our advisor to create market for them?
Challenge natin ang ibang insurance people. Exchange student tayo. Hindi na mo isang branch ng lang.
Actually, DJ, kaya ako gusto sumama sa planning ninyo. Kasi this is something that we can plan. How do we let our advisor sustain the sustainability of their market? How do you multiply your existing market to the next market?
Kaya maraming umaalis.
No,
Diba? Kasi naubusan ng market eh. Magaling na sila, wala namang bebentahan. Sayang, di ba? Naghahanap na naman ng ibang negosyo eh. Ang ganda-ganda ng negosyo natin.
So how do we do that? May propose ako sa inyo later paano natin palalakasin. Now, pag ito okay sila dito, di pwede silang mag-recruit, di ba? Ikaw, ngayon, UM ka, advisor ako. Okay? 30% ka dito, di ba? Okay? Yung advisor pa yan, 40%. Pag na-promote yung advisor mo to UM, okay lang yun. Bakit? Kasi kailangan mong umakyat to SUM. Imagine mo to, dati mag-isa kang unit manager trying to recruit. Kanina, di ba? Pinakita nyo, 6 and 1. May na-develop ka from time to time. So as SUM, 30% ka pa rin naman to this full group. So what you did is SUM ako, minultiply yung sarili mong recruiter, and then yung mga recruiter, minumultiply nila yung sarili nila. You're capitalizing on the platform that was created so that you can use the binary. Ito ngayon, Orwen, nandyan lang yan. Paano pag nag-PM yan? Ito na yung sinasabi natin. Kung sino yung nasa dulo, pag sa multi-level ka, lugi ka. Kasi yung nauna lang ang kikita sa'yo, pag nag-plug out yan, tapos na. Dito, baliktad. Okay, dalawa kayong kita. Lalampas muna ako sa EUM, pupunta ako kay AM. Pag ang isang advisor mo, naging AM, dati, ayaw mo. Kasi mawawala ka ng kita eh. This time, gusto mo every year, mag-promote ka ng AM. Bakit? Para ma-promote ka to AM right now, you need 70 million AMP. Okay? Let's assume that's FYP or let's assume magkano kita nila. That's around 20% spin-off bonus. Pag may nag-spin-off sa'yo na AM, we're talking about 20%. That's roughly around 8 million to 14 million. Wala pa dyan yung income mo nung umakyat siya. Now, here's yung pa, may 8 to 14 million ka, tapos in the next 10 years, you have 8% in the next 10 years. Eh, hindi naman titigil yung EM mo eh, kasi nga may formula ka, hindi ka naman nagbago, 30 ka pa rin in 5 years. Eh. Kasi pag nag-recruit ka ng 6, hindi naman lahat siya magiging AM eh. But yung maiiwan sa'yo, titigil yan to UM or SUM.
Actually, sobrang excited ako sa ACS 2. Kasi nga, yun nga. Pwede nga yun akong mag-promote sa baba na hindi na-apektuhan. Kasi mapupush up sila. Unlike before, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yun kasi alagaan mo yung UM mo. As the AM, gano'n. Kaya nung nakita ko to, sabi ko, excited ako for expansion talaga. 1,000 advisors ang bull sa Starbright. First milestone. So, and it can be done. Ang ganda nung discuss. Kailangan ganito yung discussion na natin lahat. Negosyo ang usapan, hindi na ano.
Hindi na. That's the reason why, mas kita nyo, di ba, wala akong slide.
Yeah.
Because I just want to share this information.
Actually, yung ACS natin, yung nangyari before, which is ganun ang mindset ko. Yun pala, kung ngayon nangyari yun, makikinabang pala na po yun.
Oh,
Di ba?
correct.
So, lucky that I'm still here. I can still live.
Correct. Now, ito yung next thing. Di ba nakikita nyo yung EUM, bakit ko nilampasan? Alam niyo ba yung EUM is my favorite position kaysa agency man? Because I have 3 sources of income as an EUM. 3 roles that I can act as an EUM. Paano? Kasi yung AM mo, pag nag-AM ka, legacy building na yan. Tuloy-tuloy na lang yung ikot na. If you apply the formula. Pag EUM ka, this is what I call diversification. Pag EUM ka kasi, pwede ka pa rin maging UM to your advisor. Kasi hindi ka titigil eh. Mag-recruit, right? Second role mo is, pwede ka pa rin maging SUM dun sa mga advisor na mapupromote to you. Right? And then, third group of people is EUM ako to those people na naging SUM. I earn 30% here. I earn 30% here. I earn 15% here. Now, Orwen, bakit 15%? Yan yung sinasabi ko. Kung sample na lang ha, 10% sa 1,000. Okay? Okay? Yan yung kinikita ko pag UM ako. Eh, pag naging AUM ako, 5% na lang. Of what? Let's say 10,000 pesos. Kasi may multiplier. Diba? 10% neto is only 100. But 5% of 10,000 is how much? Diba? 500 pesos. So I multiply my income times 5. So it's like cheaper bayadasan na baliktad.
Actually, it's like an AM na hindi ka na, wala kang sakit ng ulo.
Correct. Yung overhead expense mo, saka hindi mo na rin yung AM eh. If you will put in this formula, kusang gagalaw yan. Kusang aakyat ka to AM.
Eventually.
Oo, kung sayang.
Kasi ikaw yan. Nag-multiply yung
Correct, yung sa baba mo eh.
Kasi ikaw naman, as an EM, hindi ka masyadong masaktan. Kasi dumami naman din sila.
Correct. So pag may nag-spin off, 8 million, go! Lump sum, 8 million, tapos may 8% pa rin. Oo, di ba? Di ba? So what I'm saying is, the formula was there. I've seen this in China. So nung ginagawa namin itong ACS 2.0, we're very lucky kasi si China kasi is not giving their formula to us. Si China ayaw nila yun. Ayaw nila yun. Kasi magkakalaban yun si China at si Hong Kong AIA natin. So luckily, si KA is a former, galing China yan. So hiningi na yung dokumento ng ACS nila. So nung una namin tinitingnan, di ko siya maintindihan. So I need to go to China. Yeah, I need to go to China for a session with them just to study this one. Literal, makikita mo yung tao talaga pag nag-i-session, hanip. Because they're not just aspiring to become MDRT or whatsoever. They're aspiring to have their own agency. Ang layo ng view.
So ibang dalawan.
Oo.
May galaw. At saka, pag kahit mahina benta, nandiyan dyan. Kasi hindi siya na panghihinaan na mahina din lang nakita ko ngayon. Hindi siya nakatingin sa malaki. So, going back, mas broad ng 1150.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Pero sa 30.
Sige, oo. So, lang ito, may kaduktong to eh.
Abangan.
Going back, yun nga, maganda na na-discuss mo to. Let's discuss it more kasi maulit-ulit. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Hindi naman one time na. I really like everything that you discussed. Ito yung gusto ko, ito yung vision ko for the agency. And I hope all the leaders can see it na dapat kayo nang nire-recruit mo. I like what you said na kasi early this year or last year when we projected, ang daming recruit eh. 78, 100, na parang binibiro, niloloko mo na lang yung sarili mo na kaya ko to eh. Pero with your formula, okay, unti-unti. No, 6 lang muna this year, pero dapat may isa dyan
Naging leader.
na leader potential. So dapat tayong maghanap, guys, ng i-develop ko as leader. Actually, ako ngayon gano'n eh. One of my partners sa leader, tagal ko na nire-recruit. Alam mo yun, dito ka na kasi, pasok at tulungan mo ako, gano'n na eh. Kasi alam ko yung gigil mo, pag dinala niya rito, puputok eh. Ganon. So, those are the people that I'm looking already. Dahan-dahan, pero quality people. Talagang i-build yung negosyo. So, I hope guys, ganoon din yung hanapin ninyo. I like it that you've heard it from Orwen. Ito pala yung kinukwento sa akin ni Jano. No? Kasi na-discuss sa kanya ni Johan. Diba? So, nung nakita ko yung 6, okay, alam ko, ito na pala yung pinag-uusapan nila. No? You just need to build builders. Recruit builders. So, more of these sessions with you, Orwen, sa 30, sa ating planning. Siguro guys, leaders, please type in the chat box first. Ano yung biggest takeaway niyo? No? So type in the chat box your biggest takeaway. As I asked also Red and then Rohel also share with me your biggest takeaway. Ikaw Red, ano yung biggest takeaway?
The biggest takeaway ko is to look for leaders.
Volume.
Look for leaders, yung binary. Actually, tagal ko nang tinitingnan yung kasi I follow someone on YouTube that studies M&M and yung kung ano yung scam and And recruitment talaga, the binary recruitment talaga really helps. Kasi you're looking for someone who will also recruit, not just someone who will sell. So my biggest learning is to look for leader potentials.
Thank you Red. Oo nga kasi parang doon kasi ang nagkataon lang kasi sa MLM, ang main source of income talaga nila is recruitment. So kaya klaro. Dito kasi actually, naka-mask siya, nakatago siya ng selling. Pero kung aaralin mo maigi yung negosyo, recruitment din. Yun lang ang problema, hindi natin nakita agad yun. Well, actually, ang kita ko naman talaga in the past, kasi nga yung structure, hindi talaga, it doesn't allow. Ngayon pwede. Starting last year, pwede na. So dapat talaga nating baguhin yung tingin natin sa industry. As leaders lalo na, hindi ko sinasabing tayo magbenta. No? Ang maganda kasi kay AIA, we have already si Miss Nina nagtataas na kami. We already have the DNA of quality sellers. So hindi tayo magiging katulad ni Pro na puro recruit lang, ang baba ng persistency. Naniniwala ko it will never happen to us. Pag nagkaroon lang ng tamang shift sa mentality na negosyo ito, na-overtake natin sila. Right? Miss Nina, you're raising your hand. You wanna just talk?
Yeah, ayoko na mag-type, mas gusto ko magsalita. Yung biggest takeaway, thank you Orwen for this, really, because I'm one of the guilty UMs na nakafocus pa rin sa MDRT, which has worked for me for many years, but seeing it in a different light, yung eureka ko doon was as simple as just get 6 people, with one of them as a potential leader and focus on that person, make her or him a leader in the shortest possible time, and brainwash her or him to look at it in the same formula. 6, just recruit 6. Ayoko na mag-isip ng iba pa. Ayoko na tingnan yung iba pa. Basta I'll just focus on the 6 with one of them leader. Tutukan ko yung leader na yan. Yung bonus, parang ngayon sa akin, ang mindset ko ngayon, Orwen, yung nakita ko na parang eureka ko is, I will not focus on MDRT. MDRT is bonus. Now, I will still work on it for them, no? Because syempre hindi naman lahat magiging leader, di ba? But so the rest of the 5 should be earning really well. Not just decent income, but really well. Pero more on, I would like to put my energy on developing leaders. Second na lang yung MDRT. Kasi mangyayari naman yung MDRT na yan kung nasa tamang environment, which is really what's happening naman in Starbright. We have all the tools. We give them all the tools, all the people na kailangan nila kausapin, nandito na rin, hindi na nila kailangan lumabas. But focusing on that one person to become like me, and me as a leader, and the rest of the UMs in the room, I think will really make the big difference. And parang yung kanina may sinabi ka kanina, parang you would like this person, not the exact para yung concept is, gusto mo mag-develop ng isang tao na magiging kamukha mo, yung may enjoy din yung nai-enjoy mo as a leader. Yun yung biggest takeaway ko. I would like to have at least one person every year na magiging leader, may enjoy yung na-enjoy ko, as a leader in AIA. So thank you very much for this. This is kanina nung una hindi when you started, or when like okay, because I have other plans for myself, no. But listening on, sabi ko, sige, I just put my 100% attention to what Orwen is saying. And I was just praying, let me see what I should see. Yun lang yung nakita ko. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Nina.
Miss Nina.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, DJ, tama si Miss Nina eh. Yung sa MDRT kasi, lalong-lalo na si Starbright. Kultura na natin yun. It's already a culture. So what we need to do is a behavior change to make an impact on the scalability. Kasi meron kayong magandang culture, may maganda kayo, all the pinnacles or all the pillars in our company in terms of selling and so on and so forth. Kayo, bigyan ko kayo ng isang kliyente dyan, tapos ang usapan niya ng isang upuan eh. How do we bring that to other people? Hindi maganda eh. That's something that I really
Actually, tama yun. I really like what Miss Tina said. That yung MDRT mangyayari siya eh. Kapag dinevelop mo siya sa leader. That's what happened to me on the 6th year. Naging MDRT ako kasi gusto ko eh. Di ba? Pero hindi ako bumitaw kasi doon ako nakatingin sa lead agency talaga. From day one.
Correct.
You just let it come to you.
Oh,
Kasi nandiyan eh.
diba?
Ma-embody mo yun. Nakikita mo, paligid mo, yung ginagawa.
Oo. Diba? Tsaka sabi ko na lang, gusto ko mag-MDRT kasi leader ako. Gusto ko mag-MDRT mga members ko. Kung hindi ako MDRT, nakakahiya naman, di ba? So, may-measure ko yung sarili ko na bin MDRT, which I really like naman ever since. Para sa team. Eh, yun yung nangyari. So, tama eh. Yung MDRT mo, it will happen. It will happen. And, kunyari, parang si Mary Ann Domingo ma, di ba? Kung hindi ka man maging MDRT maker ka, kung yun yung recruit mo, mas malaki pa rin yun. Multiple pa rin yung negosyo for that. Let me just read on. Sige bro.
Sa iba naman, aking takeaway is really amazing.
Volume.
Itong sinasabi ni Boss Orwen, it's not, alam natin hindi bago yan eh.
Yeah.
Andyan na yan, pero I wouldn't consider myself na hindi ako marunong mag-recruit. The thing is, andyan ang mga examples na napunta sa team ko, and I'm proud of them. Hindi ako marunong mag-recruit. Hindi ako nagre-recruit. Ganun lang. Pagkaiba
Oo.
yun lang yun. Di ba?
Agad.
Kasi di ba, titignan mo ang mga MDRTs ng team ko. Magaganda. Ibig sabihin, marunong naman tayo tumingin. At ang ginagawa ko ba? Hindi ko ginagawa. Because I have, honestly, sinasabi ko sa inyo, if I focus my attention on the recruitment, I think I can get it.
Yeah.
And with that formula, 6
lang, you know? Ako, ganda nun eh.
Di ba?
Oo. Thank you, bro. Actually, yun nga. And also, kasi ang galing mo mag-recruit eh, you can identify sino magiging MDRT. This time, with that vision na nakita mo, you can now identify dito sa mga recruiter, sino naman yung pwede maging negosyante na leader din, mag-build ng team kasama ko. So with that mindset shift na nakita mong ganun, yun nga eh, you can now be excited again in recruitment. No, kasi sometimes no, parang ayaw natin mag-recruit kasi tayo na naman mag-develop, hindi eh. Pero kung tingin mo rito, ito yung mag-train na in the future, mas exciting. Let me just read no, yung sabi rin ni Christine, recruit leaders who will build a business too. Tama. No, so 1 in 6 lang. Sige bro, let me just. Ayan, sabi ni Arjal, attract leaders. So dapat palapakan si Bro Orwen, palapakan natin.
Sana makatulong.
I'm sure yon. So, sabi naman ni Gerald, attract, develop, and create leaders. Huwag matakot mag-promote. Sinong mayroon ba mag-mention? Miss Nina, are you?
No, I just said, galing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kasi sa totoo lang, yung sinabi ni Rohel, hindi siya nagre-recruit. Mea culpa ha. Totoo yan, hindi ako nagre-recruit. Pero alam ko, if I put my heart into it, I can really find good people. Sige, Orwen, I'm taking the challenge.
Thank you, Miss Nina.
Thank you, Miss Nina.
Actually, maraming
Thank
tayo
you.
pag-usapan. I'm excited on the June 30. Again, if makakapunta ako on June 30, I will not present anything. May kaduktong na kwento to.
Okay.
Actually, to be honest, DJ, I'm creating a group of people who really wants to recruit. Yung group of people na yan, isa training is also where I give it to those people. But I would like that group to be sharing in terms of paano ba to? Ano anong gagawin dito, anong experience ko dito. So,
Yeah.
more of that kind of
Para mastermind.
Oo, parang mastermind class. You know, we have to learn with each other. Parang
Yeah.
ako natutunan ko to because I talk to a lot of insurance companies. Tinusap ko sila ano nangyari sa Jai, nangyari sa Jai. I was able to learn a lot of things. So just imagine, if all of us is on that organization, everyone is sharing, just imagine how powerful we are.
It will be faster. Thank you, Orwen. Sabi ni JC, for me, ang ganda ng formula. Very simple and easy to put in mind. Actually, what I like everything that you presented. Just to encapsulate everything, starting from the SSP. Tama kasi yun yung initial, di ba? Tama nga naman, sustainable, dapat sustainable, and then profitable. Yun yung any business, hindi lang itong life insurance business. So, and I also like na parang networker ka na rin, sulat-sulat na lang, di ba? Kasi di ba pwede mong i-one-on-one yung re-recruitin mo, present mo lang din yun eh. Di ba? Kasi yun talaga yung opportunity. And, you know, yung networking, napkin presentation lang siya eh, di ba? Sa recruitment, tama yun eh. Sa selling, napkin presentation works. Kwentuhan, sulat-sulat lang. Sa recruitment, dapat ganun din. In fact, yun nga eh, yung BOP nga sometimes, I like the BOP ngayon, shorter lang, no? Vince, nung Sabado, no, 1 hour lang tayo, no? Parang 1 hour and a half. Or 1 hour 15 minutes. Oo, 1 hour 15 minutes lang, tapos na. Kasi hindi na tama eh, you don't need too much yung kwentuhan na gano'n, but more on one-on-ones na, ito yung plano. No? So, that 6 and 1 formula, I can see myself already presenting that.
We can do 3 BOPs in 1 day.
Oo, di ba? Gano'n.
O schedule mo ganito. Mga
Kumbaga, kasi yung inspiration lang yung BOP, pero ito na yung strategy. Ito na yung strategy. Gusto mo to, i-recruit ka lang ng 6. Yung isa doon gawin mong leader. Parang gano'n. So I like that concept that ako personally, like with NAP, with my direct unit, I can start presenting this with them already. No, na ito yung pwede mong gawin. Tama kasi like 20, 30, 60, 70 recruits is overwhelming. Would you agree? 'Di ba? Sa previous planning natin, laging ganun eh. Kasi yun lang ang lumalabas sa numbers, no? Pero if we just focus on the 6 right people, with the right people, dun sa 6, mas lalaki ka eh. And hindi siya overwhelming. It's doable. Diba? It's doable every single year. Right? So, let me just stop the recording. Thank you very much for this session. Palakpan natin ulit si Orwen.